Shalom, 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 shalom. Before we even get started in this lesson, first and foremost, we want to start by giving all praises and glory to Yahawah bahasham, Yahawashi bahasham, Rakak Kwadash. Secondly, we want to give double honors to the Elders Apostles of the Bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and worthy of double honors. And third and lastly, we want to give all salutations to all the occupants of the hopeful elect that pushing forth this word in the truth and righteousness, sincerity throughout the four corners. Shalom, 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 shalom. And pretty much today, man, what we're gonna be going into, all right, we're gonna be going into Acts, the 17th chapter, and we're gonna be reading verse. I'm gonna start at verse. I start at verse 4, all right, but the point gonna be in verse 6, and it's pertaining to Apostle Paul, Apostle Silas, man, when they was out there when they was teaching, and you had they were preaching at Thessalonica, right? They was preaching at Thessalonica, you know what I'm saying? And I said Paul, Apostle Paul and Silas, but they were teaching Jake that was, waking Jake up, and a lot of Jake, you know what I'm saying, that they was prophesying, they was giving warning to, just like today, man. You gonna have Jake that gonna believe, and you gonna have scoffers and mockers that's not gonna believe at the end of the day. Just like 2,000 years ago, you had Jake, they was Hellenized, man. They was Hellenized. They you know what I'm saying, they took on the Greek customs, all right, actually some of them knew that their nationality went back to Israel, and some of Jake, they was lost into that Hellenization, man, where they thought they was actually fucking Greeks and shit, man, because they took on the culture. No different 2,000 years later. You can't tell a so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American to a so-called Hispanic that they not Americans, man. They swear up and down they fucking Americans, man. So 2,000 years later, they've been Americanized. It's nothing new up under the sun, man. So when Apostle Paul and Silas was waking Jake up in that Hellenistic state of mind, that Hellenization state of mind or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, you had certain Jake, they was waking up, so they heard his knowledge into this truth. And certain Jake, they was bucking the fuck up, man. Majority of them was bucking up, man. As you can see in Thessalonica, man, you had niggas in there, man, wanting to goddamn put, Apostle Paul and Silas, man, the damn death, man. And we're going to read why. And when you have the truth, and the reason why I'm reading this passage here in Acts 17 chapter, verses, I'm going to read verse 4 on down to 6. For the simple fact, when you have the truth, when you have the gospel, Yahawashi, this is what's supposed to happen, man. All right? You're supposed to shake things up. The world ain't going to want to accept the truth. All right? Because you're the fucking world, man. If you're Yahawashi, and you're going to accept this truth, and you're going to love the truth, man. All right? At the end of the day or whatnot, man. Okay? But you ain't going to be offended, man, in the words of Yahawashi, man. You're going to apply it, man. All right? Through fear, which is the beginning of wisdom, pursuing back to Proverbs 1 and 7, man. All right, but a 2/3, they're going to have a problem because they going to want to live their way of life as they knew it, man. All right, they want to stay in their traditions and customs, vain customs of the fucking heathen at the end of the day, which is going to get them destroyed. But when you bring the truth out, hey, man, that stir everything up. That stir the whole pot, man. That stir the whole pot, man. You bringing the truth out. People want to put you to death because of the truth. Why you think they put Yahawashi to death, man? Because of the truth's sake, because of the gospel's sake, man, because of the word, man. All right, So when you tell them the truth, people gonna get fucking offended. People don't like to hear the fucking truth, man. Jake love to be lied to. Going back to Isaiah 30, man. Jake love to hear them smooth words, man. All right, Galatians 4 and 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth, man? So when you got the truth, hey, man, the world is going to be your enemy. Did not Yahawashi say love not the world, neither things are in the world? All right, if you love the world, that means Yahawashi does not abide in you. That means the spirit of Yahawashi don't dwell in you. That means you're of the world. Because, you can't love the world and love Yahawashi. Why is that? Because the world, who rules the world? Esau, man. All right, Esau is the wicked, third category of man, pursuing back to Malachi 1 and 4. So if you love Esau, that means you love wickedness at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, okay? If you love Yahawashi, you love righteousness. You hate wickedness, man. You love righteousness, man. All right, we're offended in wickedness, man. All right, we get vexation in the spirit when it comes to wickedness, man. Just like a fucking nigga, all right, a wicked nigga, they get offended in righteousness, man. All right, They have a disdain towards righteousness, man. Hey, look at Jake unbelief, man. Look how the niggas be talking, coming up against the truth, man. prime example, man. All right. But going back to Galatians 4 and reading again 16, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? So when you got the truth, guess what, man? You know what I'm saying? The popular senses are not gonna love you, man. They're not gonna accept you. And I'm talking about Israel. Fuck the rest of these heathen nations. This word and truth ain't for the heathen nations anyway, man. All right, you know. But Acts 17:4, man. Without further ado, and some of them believed and consorted with Paul and Silas, and of the devout Greeks a great multitude, and of the chief women not a few. But the Jews which believed not, all right, you know, that was a fucking majority, all right, okay, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, all right, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. So they're trying to kill them, man. The true believers of Yahawashi. All right, and see, that's the thing, man. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can't serve two masters. You know what I'm saying? You're going to love the one and hate the other. Now, here it is, Paul and Silas, they weren't doing nothing but teaching the gospel, like what we doing today, from the elders, starting with the Elders Apostles, Great Millstone, to the bishops on down to us. One thing we doing is preaching the gospel, man. But we're hated by our people, all right? We hated by 2/3 of our people. They would love, you know what I'm saying, to put us to death, man. All right, if they could, man. All right, you know, okay? Hey, man, like I say, look at them damn comment boards, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on their social media page, man, and see how they be talking about the Hebrew Israelites, man. And the only thing we do is bringing out the gospel. They hate the fact that we truly believe, man. And the fact that, oh, I don't agree with y'all. Nah. You know, they ain't enough for them, man. They ain't enough for them, man. Oh, y'all truly believe in that. Y'all truly believe that. Man, you know, they hate you even more because you truly believe, because we have faith, man, in Yahawashi, the words of the Most High, man. All right, you know, and the Most High say, hey, you supposed to be held accountable. Jake don't want to be held accountable, because that's what you're doing when you rebuking, when you chasten. All right, you holding somebody accountable according to the laws of Yahawashi. You child of Yahawashi. Hey, your ass gonna be held accountable, man. And Jake don't want to hear the truth, man. Jake don't want to hear the you know what I'm saying, the truth on themselves, man. All right, they don't like to look in the fucking mirror, man. Okay, all right, which you only gonna get your ass fucking destroyed, man. All right, you know, who like to be rebuked and chastened? But hey, man, that's great medicine of the soul, man. Because you take heed, all right, you take warning from the rebuke, all right, from a man of the Lord, all right, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, you very well could save your soul, man. All right, if you endure to the end, all right, you know, because the men of the Lord gonna tell you, hey, don't take the mark of the beast, don't take that sea hip, man. All right, trust in Yahawashi, man, even unto death at the end of the day or whatnot. All right, and we're going to bring out accounts, man. Whoever trusts in Yahawashi ever was confounded, not none. Going back to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, also known as Sirach, 2 and 10, man. All right, so we're going to bring you those scriptures of comfort, but we're also going to bring you the reality scriptures, all right? You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, it's about to get real bad. We give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, man. We ain't holding nothing back. The good, the bad, and the ugly, bro. We give you the 100% truth. We're not holding nothing back from you, man. All right, you know? So your blood won't be on our hands at the end of the day, and for that, we're commissioned by Yahawashi to do so, man. All right, you know, and our life's on the line. If we don't do what Yahawashi commanded us to do, hey, we're gonna be put to death. Simple as that, bro. And we're gonna be put to death worse than a regular Jake that never partake in this truth, for the simple fact that Most High gonna hold us accountable because we took a vow to Yahawashi. All right, you know, and we ain't deal with the Most High commanders. You're supposed to go out there and be fishermen of men, man, with this word and with this truth, and daily at that, man, pushing the word and pushing this truth, man. All right, to gather the elect to come in, because the elect gonna come in when they hear this word and when they hear this truth. That's the importance of continuing on, pushing the word and pushing the truth daily at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, and pushing the word, pushing the truth is turning the world upside down, man. All the lies Esau, all the gross darkness that Esau did to the people, all right, every damn thing is getting revealed through the spirit of Yahawashi through his prophets, man. And the Most High have like truth speakers and other people bringing out information and shit, whistleblowers, etc., etc. But man, the main thing is Yahawashi, the prophets, man. Nobody come before the prophets of Yahawashi, man. All right, okay, all right. Now let's finish up Acts 17 and 5. But the Jews which believed not moved envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort. Yeah, used to be retarded dudes, man. All right, dudes with no integrity. All right, no wisdom, no understanding. All right, the lowest of the low. And gathered a company and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying. And here's the point right here. When you got the truth, because the damn Jay-Z, this Renaissance Christianity, you damn niggas hold on to and swear up and down, God is all love, this is the gospel of the Lord, and love conquers all, and all this madness and shit, which ain't the fucking truth, man. At the end of the day, man, when we go into the Bible, we actually go into the word, we go into etymology, we look words up, we go into the history, but you niggas don't, man. Breaking down the mysteries, but you niggas can't at the end of the day, man. That's why we have a saying of great millstone, man. You know what I'm saying? And in order, I mean, you have to know the history in order to know the mysteries, man. Simple as that. You niggas don't know nothing, all right, when it comes to the scriptures, the words of the Most High, all right? You niggas believe in a virgin birth. You niggas believe in somebody spiritual hell where you gonna burn for eternity at the end of the damn day. You niggas believe the Lord love everybody. You niggas believe America go on forever. You niggas believe the so-called white man, which is Esau, all right, he gonna rule forever. He's never gonna be brought down, and the Most High ain't gonna bring judgment upon him for all his wickedness and ruling and wickedness and all the wicked atrocity he did to the children of Israel and blaspheming the name of Yahawashi, destroying the earth, man, shedding innocent blood throughout the whole earth, all right, mainly Israel, man, at the end of the day, all right, you know? So when we bring out, you know what I'm saying, the truth, like I say, Jake don't want to deal with that reality, man, all right? Because somebody got to pay that bill, man, all right? You got to pay that bill, man. Everybody got to pay that bill to Yahawashi, man. And that's what niggas don't want to do. Niggas want to get up and keep it moving, and, you know what I'm saying, you know, and run off on the bill or whatnot, man, all right? But the Most High going to catch up with you, man. He going to catch up with you, man, all right? Ain't no escaping the judgment of Yahawashi, all right? Verse 6 again, and it says, and when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither also, man. But that right there was the point. When you got this truth, they're gonna turn the world upside down, man. At the end of the day, they're gonna force everybody to have those tough conversations or whatnot, them topics that they don't want to go into. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have so many Jake leaving the churches, man, because of the truth, man, because of the gospel, because a lot of them know that the truth ain't in them damn harlot houses at the end of the day. All right, you know, you teaching the same and murmuring the same madness. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jake ain't learning nothing out of the scriptures. You're not prophesying. You're not teaching the true name of Yahawashi. You're not healing Israel. You're not even letting Israel know who they are. You're not letting them know who you know what I'm saying, who their power are. You're not letting Israel know why we in these conditions. Why we up under these curses, man? Pursuing back to Deuteronomy 20th chapter, 15 verse on down to 68. All right? You know, why you ain't letting them know why we, like I said, we still up under these curses today, all right, and catching hell. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because we're children of Israel. Why you don't let Jake know to return back to Yahawashi? Why you don't let Israel know, pursuing back to Isaiah 59 and 2? You know what I'm saying? You know, our iniquity keep us separated from Yahawashi. All right, you know, that's why you catching fucking hell. I mean, you can be suffering in wickedness and you can suffer in righteousness. Let me say that. All right, because Micah 7:9, you know what I'm saying? Micah said, hey, we will bear the indignation. I will bear the indignation of Yahawashi, because we know we went off. We sinned. We deserve everything that we get at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, you know? But Jake, that's in wickedness, hey, it's going to be doubling to y'all. It's doubling to y'all. Y'all get double hell, man. All right, first of all, y'all ain't returned back. Y'all ain't acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying, y'all true power, the name of y'all true power, the Father name, which is Yahawah, you know what I'm saying, which means he exists in the Hebrew. All right, you know, you don't acknowledge the Son's true name, which is Yahawah, which means he's a deliverer. All right, in the Hebrew, y'all don't acknowledge that name. Y'all, I call on what name I want to call on. It's Jay-Z. That's all I know. That's the name I'm gonna call. You know, niggas be stubborn, being ignorant. Even when we go into the names, I mean, from the Elders Apostles, Elders Bishops, man, before we was even born, going back to Elder Alvin Bivens, man, going into the name and breaking down the name of Yahawashi and importance, man. All right, going back to Proverbs 30 and 4. What is his name? What is his name? What is the Son's name? If thou can, you know, thou can tell. Why is that scripture? Why is that scripture written? Go ahead, go. Why that scripture written in there? Why that scripture written in there, man? All right, you know, okay. If it's Jesus, man. And then we go into the origin of the letter J. The letter J didn't, you know, the letter J. The origin of the letter J didn't come about to like around the 1500s, man. Okay, all right, and ain't no letter J in the Hebrew, man. On top of that, all right, but Jake don't know that. They don't understand it. They don't even see, you know what I'm saying, the importance of that at the end of the day. So his name couldn't be no fucking Jesus, man. The letter, you know, if Yahawashi walk on the scene 2,000 years ago, ain't no letter J in, you know what I'm saying, the Hebrew. How could his name be Jesus? Why, you know, next question, why did they give us the name Jesus, man? Why did they give us these false names? Well, this should be the next question coming up in your head, because Esau, going back to Psalms, the 58th chapter, and what, the 3rd verse, you know, so the wicked come out strained from the womb. They come out speaking lies, man. All right, so Esau a natural born fucking liar at the end of the day. But see, you wouldn't know that because you wouldn't even know who Esau is according to the scripture, the wicked. So I'm talking about starting with the super elite. You niggas wouldn't know that, man. All right, I tell you, man, you Jake just lost in the sauce. And when we bring basic knowledge and basic understanding, that's Hebrew Israelite 101 right there, man. We bring out basic scriptures, basic information, still go over Jake head, man. Jake can't understand it. All right, because the Most High, ultimately, he gave him a zeal, but not according to knowledge. And, you know what I'm saying, and Jake, like I said, man, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the knowledge, it comes to the truth, you know what I'm saying, the Most High, you know what I'm saying, you know, he didn't reveal himself to 2/3, so they're going to be offended of this gospel. That's why the scriptures is there. It says, blessed is he that's not offended, man. All right, you know, so 2/3 that are offended, that means, if they're offended, that means they're not going to believe. All right, they're gonna live their lives according to how they feel, leaning on their own stupid ass understanding, man, which is no understanding. All right, because ultimately ain't no understanding gonna lead you to destruction, lead you to death. You ain't gonna be on them those clouds, man, them chariots, man. All right, you know what I'm saying, you know. So hell, ultimately, whatever you believe in, all right, you know what I'm saying, or it's not gonna benefit you, you know what I'm saying, in the end, man. All right, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Simple as that, bro. Okay, all right. And you can't say you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got warned, man. Because this word of truth has been going out and it's currently still going out. All right, this day, man. Most I ain't bring a famine on this word. So you niggas ain't gonna have no goddamn excuses, man. All right, and this truth is turning the world upside down. That's why you have a vocab Malone, man. That's why you have Esau try to, you know, infiltrate the Hebrew Israelites and, you know, try to having all these niggas sell out and buying these niggas out and shit or whatnot. But you know what? You can't buy a great millstone, all right? You know, these devils know their time is short. They know the real prophets from the fake at the end of the damn day or whatnot, man. Okay, all right. And like I say, great, you know, through the spirit of Yahawashi Double, all right. You know, if I say great millstone, let me say it the correct way. Through the spirit of Yahawashi Double, using great millstone, start from the Elders Apostles of GMS down to us, all right. You know what I'm saying? You know, we are those men. Through the power of Yahawashi Double. Y'all don't like that? Take that up with Yahawashi Double. Hey, this is the election of Yahawashi Double right here, bro. He dealing with great millstone, man. All right, period, bro. That have the 100% truth with his word, his precious word. Hey, Yahawashi Double trusted his precious word with great millstone, man. Hey, y'all, hey, you got a problem, you got a fucking problem, bro. Because the work speaks for itself at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, you know? And like I said, man, you know, and that's why you have, like I say, the vocab Malone. That's why you have these other Israelite camps done sold out, done took the 501c3 charter and shit. All right, done took the bag to pervert the gospel at the end of the day. You know, I had niggas, and you still have niggas try to slander Great Millstone. They be bearing false witness against Great Millstone. All that come along with the territory when you have the truth, man. We're supposed to be loved. So all of that, you know, Great Millstone, the worst camp. Anytime anybody going off in the scriptures, Great Millstone is on the front line, man. Start from the Elders Apostles on down, bro. All right, you know, rebuking like we supposed to. Like scripture said, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, mark them to cause division. We don't hold no punches, we no respectable persons, man. That's a man of the Lord right there. All right, you know, hey, if you go in the scripture, you're going off, you're breaking it down the wrong way. Even if a brother, a Great Millstone, you know what I'm saying, you know, he misquotes something. Hey, he gonna get corrected by the brothers, man. And guess what? In a lot of cases, a lot of times, brothers catch it. You know, brothers may watch a video and they'll catch it, and they'll make their own correction video, man. Do a response video to that video that they did that, you know, they may misspoke or whatever, and make the correction, and we gonna move on, man. That's a man of the Lord right there. All right, that's what man of the Lord is gonna do. All right, you know, he ain't gonna be no damn fucking PC and shit, man. All right, you know, okay. So when everybody got something, you know, something to say about Great Millstone, they can, you motherfuckers done took polls and shit. Nigga took polls. The verse Hebrew Israelite camp, Great Millstone. Go figure, man. All right, because Great Millstone ain't about the bullshit. We all about what Yahawashi Double is about, man. All right, and yes, niggas gonna have fucking problems. Niggas wanna do what the fuck they wanna do. Niggas wanna turn a Passover, which is a solemn assembly. Niggas wanna turn the Passover into a fashion show, man. To a party, man. All right, to a concert, man. Stupid niggas, man. All right, and then when we go and we bring it out, you know, telling you going off, The niggas want to come at us, man. Y'all always messing with somebody. Y'all just hating. Yo, what the fuck we hating for, man? And niggas about to be destroyed by Yahawashi. What we gonna be hating for niggas that about to be fucking destroyed, man? All right, niggas that's walking dead, zombies. What the fuck we be fucking, hating on these niggas, man? All right, just get the fuck out of here, bro. Tell y'all niggas, y'all love the world, man. But see, when you have the truth, the gospel, everybody supposed to be against you, man. All right, everybody supposed to, and everybody against Great Millstone, man. That's how you know Yahawah said, man. You know what I'm saying? If the world hated me, you know it gonna hate you. The world persecute me, it gonna persecute you. That's a big telltale sign right there who the men of the Lord is, man. And who's the most hated? Great Millstone, man. All right, we hated by the heathens. All right, we hold no punch. We let them know their ass going to slavery, captivity. Fuck you. Okay, fuck you. Okay, all right. Tell 2/3 of our people the same thing. Fuck you too. And y'all gonna be destroyed on this side. But it's good news, man. When y'all are reincarnated, when y'all reborn back in the kingdom through the loins of the elect, all right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, all Israel gonna be righteous. So y'all gonna come back in the kingdom. You gonna die on this side horribly. You gonna get burned. A lot of you gonna get burned the fuck up, righteously so. All right, you know what I'm saying? But tell Jake the truth. We tell him that. Tell him the judgment that's gonna happen. Hey, man, don't get offended in that, man. All right, you bring out Ezekiel 9, 4, and 5 on their ass, man, and 6. They gonna put their fingers in their ears, man. They want to hear that, man. Walk away, talking shit to you. That's your interpretation. We gonna see if that's our interpretation. And that's Yahawah. There's no such thing as no private interpretation like the scripture say, man. Hey, we expired through the spirit of Yahawah. Y'all gonna know. Hey, in that day and that time, Ezekiel 2 and 5. All right, in that day and that time, you gonna know. Let me get it. We get it, and I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna leave on that. I'm gonna leave on this. Let me get it here. And Shalot, man. This right here, my other Bible. This is my Bible I keep in my car right here, man. The pages be stuck together on this one. This little old Bible right here. But nevertheless, man, oldie but goodie, baby. It's still good, baby. Ezekiel 2 and 5. And it's read, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. And that's 2/3, man. You gonna know that you had a man of the Lord when your ass in your calamity, when you see them damn, a lot of you, when you see those missile warheads, man, them explosions about to come down on you damn niggas and drop on you niggas' head and shit. All right, when y'all see that destroying wind, all right, wind of fire coming to evaporate y'all motherfuckers and shit, man, melt y'all niggas. Then you gonna fucking know. Then you gonna consider, man. Then you gonna consider. He start carting you off to them damn concentration camps and shit. Or you in the famine, you know what I'm saying? And your damn ribs touching and shit. Then you gonna consider, man. Oh, that's what great meal. Oh. But it's gonna be too late. The doors of mercy and grace are gonna be shut in that day and that time. It's gonna be too fucking late, man. But without further ado, man, that's the end of my lesson right there. I rock the Zach, I pray, and I hope it was edifying to the body, hopeful elect. And with that, I want to say shalom to the full, shalom.